supposed to vote? That's what we talking about. Y'all happy with that 85% of black men that vote for Democrats? Y'all think that's something that, oh yeah, but we no, nigga, it should be in the 90 percentile. That's what we talking about. Raising up my goddamn blood pressure. Because the one time we should come together as a goddamn community to protect black women, we can't do it. I hate this shit. I hate what this goddamn election has done to our goddamn people. You make me hate niggas. I hate you niggas. I swear to God. That's why I stay away from niggas. That's what we talking about. They're trying to tell us that we need to get our in gear. That's all we've been doing in these goddamn spaces. How dare you niggas? All you niggas. I don't even give a no more. What would have happened? None of you niggas got $1,000 that you're gonna put on your goddamn line for this goddamn election. So shut the fuck up, coming at me any cold type of way, unless you're gonna put some bread up on this goddamn election. Cause I'm willing to do that. Cause that's how sure I am about this. Cause that's how much damn for my people I am. How dare you niggas? I'm offended like I'm right now. This goddamn space. All you niggas. I'm out of here.
It's AT&T.
Mark Stevenson said this: "For 8 years, black men have been told we are the weakest link. We are dumb. We are trying to practice patriarchy like white men and have been denigrated and emasculated by the media, online gender wars by PhD and dissertations that have called us everything but children of the Most High. Not one time has the vote been courted. We have been lectured and chided like petulant children, and those chickens have come home to roost, all for simply asking for policy to address the black community. Y'all wonder why black men are now turned off by the Democratic Party." Miss Yvette Hicks stated this in response: "Trump will be locking all y'all up like he promised. He hates black men and believes all of you belong in jail. Stop and frisk and police immunity will be in full force on all of y'all. Y'all whining too much to even see this. You will thank Obama later." Mark Stevens replied, "Wasn't he supposed to have done that from 2016 to 2020? The first thing that came to your mind in regard to black men is us being locked up. You might want to find another talking point because that one doesn't pass the smell test." Mo Hawkins said this: "We are already under a condition of mass incarceration. Why would you threaten us with something we already live under? That is your fear. We don't care about ABs. That is your thing. Stop trying to scare us into voting for someone. I'm a grown man and not scared." Harrison's Oil said this: "Ha, so you heard of black men and the first thing you thought of is the stereotype of us being locked up and about crime. You can't make this up." A Miss Joe Mama stated this: "You talk of being denigrated and emasculated by the media. Where's your outrage at being denigrated and emasculated by Trump? Black men want to be protectors/leaders of your family/communities. Why do you have to be wooed and courted to do that by voting their protection?" This random person stated this: "And y'all still aren't going to vote, so who cares?"
Here's some inside information from Betty Crocker. It's the most
I would really like to know why, when it's election season, Obama sees fit to always punch down on black folk, and specifically black men.
Communities is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers.
I befuddled that somehow our community takes the rap for the Democratic Party's lack of reading the goddamn room. And when it comes to the conditions of Black folks in the United States of America, no matter who has been in office or even held the majority of Congress, Black people's conditions have stayed the exact same and in some areas have gotten worse. And then to use this trope as somehow Black men just don't want to see a woman as president is absolutely insane. I have never once seen this party address white men and white women and their complicity in upholding the oppressive systems against Black and brown folks in the United States. This is why I'm not mad at people opting out of voting, because we have literally fought for the rights of ourselves and everybody else in this damn country, and still the finger gets pointed at us. And at the same time, no one is ever willing to put in plans and policies that positively impact Black people in America.
That's suspicious.
This is where we are, right? You were able to hear the video of the dude just crashing out online. I can't stand these Black people, yada, yada. This is all crazy. I can't take y'all serious. And dude was just crashing out for no reason. And I'm like, yo, it's a little bit interesting to see Black people go so hard and you never see them go this hard online for their family. They don't even, better yet, just to put this into a better perspective, a lot of people, a lot of Black people, let me be more specific. Let me be even more specific. A lot of Black Americans that are going so hard for this election, online, vocally, you will never see them actually go this hard for themselves. The same love that they are giving directly to Obama or a Kamala, what's the dude's name? Waltz, whatever it is, the Democratic Party in general, you will never see them online advocate for themselves, push as hard, or give as much love as they are giving to strangers at this moment in time. And it's crazy. It's 100% crazy to see Black Americans online doing all of this for complete strangers. You're giving so much energy for people who would never give the same energy for you. And no, this is not me trying to advocate for or tell people directly who to vote for. I'm just speaking directly on the very first video that I put up there where the guy was just, he was losing it. He was just all over the place. So much so I had to make sure to edit out a lot of the verbiage that he was using. But again, like I said, it's crazy. It doesn't make any type of sense. And I keep saying this time and time again, I wish that I would see more Black Americans give all of this energy that they give to everybody else, these entities and all this. I wish they would do more self-work and more self-love, because if they did, you really wouldn't be worried about elections and all this other type of stuff, because you'll be prosperous from within. And because it's coming from within, you're going to start to see that same thing within start to venture outward. You're going to start to see a circle of positivity of the things that you actually want directly out of life. So you won't have to actually specifically go to a political official and ask for certain things, right? But again, you're dealing with a group of people who are still confused, still lost, still trying to figure a lot of things out, and so on and so on. So in the next one, we had Mark Stevenson, in a sense, being vocal and standing up for Black men and pointing out how it is that we are specifically being targeted and all of these things that are taking place at this moment in time. Again, it's a rinse, wash, and a repeat from what was going on during 2020. But for whatever reason, people don't want to learn from the past. So therefore, it's going to repeat itself up until people actually learn. So when he decided to vocalize his point, you had a great few down there that decided that they wanted to come through and they wanted to speak the words that they wanted to speak. But the oddest thing, when you have a individual like a Miss Yvette Hicks, who wanted to just come through and state that Trump will be locking all of y'all up like he promised. I'm like, yo, ma'am, just because he stated how he's displeased with the Democratic Party and those that follow and how it is that they're attacking and coming at Black men does not ultimately make him a Trump supporter. It doesn't automatically mean that he's going to go over to the Republican side and do all of these things. Like, the assumptions that she placed without saying them is completely nonsensical. And as a few of the other Black men that responded have stated, it's amazing that when Black men come up your main go-to is that y'all being locked up. What are you trying to insinuate? What are you specifically trying to say about black men in America? Are you trying to say that we're prone to criminality? Are we just prone to being villains, super villains? We're prone to just doing the wrong things. What specifically are you trying to state? And then why is it that your mind and your main go-to is just being black men being locked up? Like I said, there's a lot of questions that need to be asked. And this is why I specifically stated before that you have some women out there that feel a certain type of way about black men, and that will bleed through by way of their commentary and their words. There was also another comment directly down there by another individual that wanted to say a few things. What was it, Joe Mama? And she wanted to say this, that, and the third, and black men said that they wanted to be this, and black men want to be doing that, and why do you have to be wooed? It's not the sole fact of being wooed, it's the fact of being actually deemed important enough to want to have a sit down and a conversation with black men and actually stating stating something that we as black men can actually benefit from. Because every single time these conversations come up, everybody's, oh, black men don't vote. Black men don't do this. Black men don't do that. Black men are not here. Black men are not. It's every single time that the term black men comes up, it's always everything negative. It's never a positive thing. And then when black men defend themselves online or wherever and speak up about this, we get called crybabies. We get called that we're not masculine. We get called that we're not taking accountability. It's what like, is nobody listening to what is being stated and how it is that black men are literally being attacked on an open field, on a global field? It's crazy to me. It's 100% crazy. But like I said, it is what it is, and this is the life of being a black man. And then the last one, again, shout out to the black women who are out here seeing and stating the obvious, which I guess a lot of people can't obviously see. She stated how it is that you will have the Democratic Party coming directly out to, really come at black people. But more specifically, they really come at negatively black men. They really try to hammer things home, really try to make black men understand certain things as if they're children, as if they don't know or can't actually articulate or make a proper decision. And it happens every single election. And with every single election, there seems to be this theme where they will say one thing and a lot of tangibles, a lot of the things that black people want never seem to come to fruition, right? It's always a what if, it's always a hope, it's always some type of a pipe dream. And while all of those things that we hope to come from this event when we vote in, get them directly into office, right? We hope for certain things to happen. It doesn't, but yet we see everything happen for other groups. There are other groups in the United States of which these parties don't specifically go at and try to attack and try to goad into voting and all of these things. And they get the things that they want. They get laws passed. They get bills passed. They get some type of form of reparations. They get some type of assistance directly from the government. Some people are able to get, free housing. People are able to get jobs. People are able to get different types of Medicaid, Medicare, all this other type of stuff. Like I said, you have a whole grouping of individuals who don't even take on the same types of responsibilities as black people are, in a sense, given when it is, dealing with voting, right? They're able to just sit back there and just relax and do whatever it is that they want to do, while black people take the brunt. And it's crazy to me. It's 100% nonsensical, like I've kept saying time and time and time again. And I also want to state this as well. Going back to the period of 2020, 2022. I covered the fact that during that time, the government and others specifically tried to point or steer news in the direction of trying to state that Black people were both the cause or perpetrators and the victims, right? Or the leading deceasements when it dealt with, a certain thing during that time. And I called that out and I tried to get people to understand that. And you had a lot of celebrities and a lot of other individuals that are a part of, various political parties who said a lot of bad things, a lot of horrendous things, right? And these things are still online for people to see. You just got to do your due diligence to go look up a lot of that stuff. But again, I want people to understand and realize, the parties that you are voting for or supposedly caring for, when it was a time of crisis and it was a time of need, a lot of those parties did not actually care about you. And also a lot of the people that support those parties did not care about you. And I'm talking about the Black Americans. Those parties didn't care about you. People who supported those parties were condemning you. They were, trying to point you out. They were trying to get you rounded up. They were hoping and wishing the worst. So this is why I, in a sense, just look at everything, because I got a long-term memory. And I remember pretty much everything that a lot of people were stating directly online that both parties, the Democrat and the Republicans, were saying when it dealt with Black Americans during that time, and how it is that you had very little to almost no one standing up for us. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.